Hi everybody, in this video I will try to give a detailed but simple explanation of Cardano, of blockchain technology in general, and well, that's it pretty much. So let's get started. First of all, what is blockchain? You can think of blockchain as a decentralized database. So it is not stored in some central computer somewhere in I don't know where, but it is distributed among all the users that are actually using that blockchain. It is also immutable, meaning if something is written in this blockchain, it cannot be changed. So nobody can change something that they wrote, some transaction they made in the past, or something similar. It is also transparent, meaning anything that happens on a blockchain, it is visible for everyone to see. So all those things are maybe all by itself not very fascinating, but if you think of it, you can do a lot of things if you have a system like that in place. So how does that all work? Blockchain consists of blocks, and blocks are little tiny chunks of data that are connected in the blockchain. And for this to work, every block has three type of information. So it has data, a hash, and a hash of a previous block. Data is stuff that's written in this current block, so it's transactional data or metadata or anything really. Hash is like a fingerprint of that block. So in computing, every file has a hash, meaning that it has a unique fingerprint. If you change that file ever so slightly, its hash is gonna also change. So you cannot tinker with it, you cannot change it. And also it has a hash of a previous block that allows it to check if the previous block truly is the one that is needed. Yeah, and Bitcoin, for example, is using proof of work protocol to verify these transactions, to write blocks in the blockchain, but this is a very energy consuming, not very scalable, slow, and we'll touch that in a second. So currently we distinguish three generations of blockchain technology. First, of course, is Bitcoin. It was deployed at 2009, and it was truly revolutionary for its time. So it had actually, it still has all the things we talked about the previous section. It allowed the user to send value. So you can send 5 bitcoins, 10 bitcoins, 0.2 bitcoins through this blockchain. But it is not very scalable, it is very slow, and the energy consumption of Bitcoin network is similar to a small country, so not very good. Yes, and you cannot send anything but Bitcoins. You cannot send some other, like, it's not programmable. You cannot write smart contracts in it, or store identities in it, or nothing like that. It uses proof of work, so that kind of verification is energy intensive. So after that came projects like Ethereum. It also uses proof of work algorithm. It's somewhat faster and more scalable, but it has the same problems as Bitcoin. But the interesting thing about Ethereum is that it introduced smart contracts. So it is a way that you can make transaction programmable. You can deploy the native assets on Ethereum blockchain. So you can make your own tokens, your own value, your own means of storing value, sending value, etc. But also Ethereum has all the same problems Bitcoin has. So after that came Cardano. So Cardano's goal as a project is to make a system similar to Bitcoin or Ethereum, more similar to Ethereum than Bitcoin, because it also wants to have smart contracts and more. But the Cardano project, wants to get rid of all those problems that make Bitcoin and Ethereum not usable in a global sense. So it wants to use proof of stake protocol instead of proof of work that uses millions, literally millions, million times less energy than Bitcoin, and it is aimed for global markets. So millions, even billions of users should be able to use this platform without transaction fee issues or issues regarding slow time of transactions or similar. So how does the Cardano do all that? What's his roadmap, goal, or agenda, if you will? So first of all, Cardano uses formal methods, way of developing a way of building the product. So what that means is that they write a scientific paper, they release it to the public for peer reviewing, and after they make sure everything is in order, they start implementing the code. Yeah, so they also have a detailed roadmap for their every step. We passed Byron and we're currently in Shelly. That's the step with decentralization, with stake pools like mine or other stake pools in the community, or Cardano Pools United collaboration. And we are the way how blockchain verifies the transactions. So we don't have mining rigs, graphic cards, and stuff similar to Bitcoin and proof of work, but we have delegators that are trusting us their money, and because of that we have a right to make blocks. So that's pretty loose explanation, but yeah. Soon we will be in a smart contracts phase, that's Gaugen phase, and basically we will have all the capabilities and more Ethereum has. So developers will be able to publish native assets on Cardano blockchain and make actually programmable transactions. And after that there are two more phases. The first one is scalability, and they have a lot of papers regarding that area. I will post links in the description. So basically this phase is for Cardano network to be fast and scalable, so 5, 10, 15 billion users, if maybe in 50 years, 100 years, who knows, can use it. And last but not the least is a governance phase, that's Voltaire phase. So every other project out there, especially in 2017, started initial coin offerings to gather money to develop their product, but that is quite good means of financing, but it runs out. What happens when the money from ICO runs out? You're gonna do a new ICO? No. Cardano is aiming to make a treasury model where part of rewards for stake pools made, part of those rewards are going into the treasury, and part of fees are going into the treasury, and the treasury is here to allow developers to access funds if they want something to be developed on the network. Of course, consensus in the whole network should be there. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope I learned you learned something from me, and see you soon in other video. Bye.